keys.
Don't let them take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in the early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60 and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pow, pow, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. On drugs against me. Should've never ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry.
Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck, and yes, this is episode 42. Yes, we have a lot to talk about as usual. You know, we got to talk about that Canelo fight. We got to talk about the Sean O'Malley fight. And, come on, y'all. What's at the end of every show? Relationship talk. Look, just at the end of the show. At the last segment is, relationship talk. But, I'm going to waste your time. So let's just get on in. But before we get into the fights, let's talk about football. Okay. Dolphins versus the Bills on September 15th. And you know what? No. Scratch that. That wasn't September 15th. That was the Cowboys and the Saints. They played on September 15th. We're going to talk about them a little bit later. No, I believe it was September 12th. The Dolphins and the Bills played, right? So, before we get into it, if everybody feels like I feel like this. Tua needs to retire. He is not built for the NFL, okay? He's now in concussion protocol, right? He's on IR right now, right? If I am the Dolphins organization, I would have just said, he's in concussion protocol. I wouldn't have put him on IR. You're bringing his value down in case you're trying to get rid of him. Now, of course, we wish Tua a speedy recovery, but dog, just retire. Just retire, okay? You made your money, retire, okay? You ain't made for this sport, Tua, okay? But let's get into some stats. Tyreek Hill, 2 first downs, averaging 8 yards that game, 6 targets, total 24 yards. See, that right there don't even sound like Tyreek Hill, right? That don't even really sound like him. Okay. Jalen Waddle had 4 receptions, 4 targets, total 41 yards, 2 first downs. I mean, when Tua went down, it was pretty much downhill from there because you had the back of Skylar Thompson. And for those that don't know who Skylar Thompson is, let's see here. Skylar Thompson. He was in the same draft class for the NFL as, I don't know, Sam Howell, if you remember that. He's in that draft class. He's, King Prickly, Prickly, who was drafted to the Steelers, right? The first rounder. Yeah, that same draft class. Okay. And amongst a few other QBs that will just remain nameless for time in. So, he was 8 for 14. He had a 51.1 completion rate percentage. Total passing yards of 80. Yards per attempt, 5.7. Then you had Devon, okay, can't pronounce his name right. Acne, 22 carries, total of 96 yards, average yard per carry, 4.4, one touchdown, right? Then you had Grant Dubose, who had one reception, had 3 targets, 13 yards total, average of 13 yards. He had 1 first down. By the way, the score of this game, it was a massacre. If you watched the game, it was hard to watch. Honestly, this game was a hard game to watch. But let's just see, because I believe it was 30-10 Bills. But let's just see. Let's go to Google. We gotta go to Google for this. Let's see here. Bills versus Dolphins 2024. Oh, I lied. It was 31-10. My gosh. The Bills beat the Dolphins 31-10. Let's not forget the Dolphins team is built to contend for the Super Bowl, to go to the Super Bowl. But the quarterback is not built for the NFL. But let's keep on. Josh Allen, 13 for 19 completion rate, percentage 68.4, total pass yards 139, yards per attempt 7.3. He got 1 touchdown. James Cook, 11 carries, total yards 78, yards per rusher 7.1, 2 touchdowns, 1 reception, total 17 yards, averaging 17 yards per reception, per catch. What's that? Khalil Shakir, he had 5 receptions, 5 targets, total of 54 yards, average of 10.8. He had 3 first downs. Yeah, Keon Coleman playing, didn't do much of anything. Yeah, Dalton Kincaid had 4 receptions, 4 targets, total 33 yards, averaging 8.3 yards. Guys, so Skylar Thompson, since he's now playing, the Dolphins, I don't even think Dolphins make playoffs with this guy. Which kind of forces the Dolphins' hand, because, like, dang, you pay Tua this money and then Tua goes down. And, now the organization is like, well, what do we do? They need a quarterback, right? Who do you go get? So here's the question. Here's the $1 million question. If you're the Dolphins organization, who do you go get to fill the QB spot, right? Who's out there? Let's think. Let's see. What quarterbacks are out there right now that the Dolphins could call and get on the phone and say, hey, we need you to come play for us. Let's see here. Quarterbacks available in free agency right now. Oh yeah, this is still available in 2024. Let's see here. No, he can't go get Kirk Cousins. He's playing for the Falcons. Jameson Winston. Nah, he's playing for someone. Jacoby Brissett. Nah, Patriots. Fuck. No, not getting Ryan Tannehill. That's out the way. Oh! Man. I don't know. Dolphins pretty much stuck. They are stuck. There is no one available right now. Oof. There's no one available right now that they could get at the QB position. Ryan Tannehill? No. Nobody want him. Don't nobody want that guy. Who else can we get? Who can they get? Who can they get? PJ Walker. I don't think nobody knows who that is. But they're stuck. They are stuck. Let me see. Can a team in the NFL still get free agent quarterbacks? Can they? Shoot. I mean, unless you're going to call Cam Newton and tell Cam Newton, hey, get off the couch, come play. That's the only... really, there's no one out there. Where's Jimmy G at? Jimmy Garoppolo. Where is he at? Let's see here. Where is Jimmy G at? Oh, he's with the Rams. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. According to September 18th, according to AP News, Jimmy Garoppolo is back with the Rams after 2-game suspension to start the season. Sheesh. Man. Yeah, they stuck. So I feel sorry for the Dolphins because they can't get nobody. They cannot get nobody now. So Skylar Thompson, it's going to be up to you. This is put you in a position to where you can get the bag, right? You can get the bag if you can get the Dolphins to the playoffs, right? Even as a wild card, if you get the Dolphins to the playoffs, you now secured your financial future in the NFL, right? So, let's move along though. Let's talk about them Cowboys. Let's talk about them Cowboys. Because I'm a cowboy. Yeah, I'm a cowboy. Oh, but you first off, Dallas Cowboys, 19-44. Whoa. Man, oh man, them Saints put a smacking on Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and Ezekiel Elliott and them boys. Them boys was like, hey, Dak got paid by Jerry, right? Dak got paid by Jerry. CeeDee Lamb got his money. Y'all stomped the Browns, but now y'all get y'all butt steamrolled. Wait a minute, was that the game opener? Was that a game opener? Tell me that wasn't a home game opener. I hope that wasn't a home game opener. Saints versus Cowboys. Tell me that wasn't a home game opener, y'all. Please don't tell me. Don't tell me. Where did they play at? It was a home game opener at the AT&T Stadium, and boy, them boys got steamroll on their own home field. Embarrassing. Let's look at these numbers. All right. Dak, the $230 million man, I believe? Someone fact check me on that. Leave a comment. How much did Jerry really pay Dak? I think it was 230. I want to say that, 230 mil, but hey, let's see. 27 for 39. He had a 69.2% completion rate. Not bad. Threw for 293 yards. Yards per attempt, 7.5. Threw for 1 touchdown, and he threw for 2 picks. Oh, my Lord. 2 O's. Oh, man. Whew. Come on, Dak. Ezekiel Elliott had 6 carries, total of 16 yards, average yard per carry, 2.7 receiving. He had 2 receptions, total of 16 yards. Okay. Now, CeeDee Lamb. Last year, you came second in total yards receiving, right? 4 receptions, 7 targets, total of 90 yards, average of 22.5 yards per reception, had 1 touchdown, 3 first downs. Need a little bit more out you, CeeDee That contract you got, need a little bit more out you. Rico Dwaddle had 7 carries, 30 yards total, averaged 4.3 yards rushing. He had 4 receptions, total of 29 yards. Okay. Now let's look at Derek Carr. Derek Carr was 11 for 16. He had a total of 68.8% completion rate. Total yards of pass at 243. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, Dak threw the ball more, right? And you see, if Derek Carr could have completed probably 1 more pass, that's the thing, because he threw the ball less than Dak, which is why his total yards of passing was fewer than Dak's, but he threw more touchdowns than Dak's and had less interception than Dak. But that's neither here nor there, you know. See, like, 1 more completion. If Derek Carr would have been like, if Derek Carr would have been 12 for 16, then he would have had like a 75% completion rate. But Alvin Kamara, if I'm saying his name right, he had 20 carries, total of 115 yards, averaging 5.8 yards per carry. He had 3 touchdowns, and then he had 2 receptions, total of 65 yards, averaging 32.5 per reception. He had 1 touchdown off that. So total, Alvin Kamara had like 4 touchdowns for the whole game, right? Then you had Jamal Williams, who had 8 carries for 39 yards total, averaging 4.9 yards per carry. All right, so the question is, what does this game say about the Dallas Cowboys? They not them boys. That's what they say. Hey, if I'm the Saints, I'm playing. They not like us. 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 Oh man, listen. Your home opening game. Now the Saints are not a trash team, right? Let's give props where props is due. The Saints is a pretty formidable team, right? But to be paid all this money, you know, CeeDee Lamb and Dak, your expectations is to get out the first round, right? Man, one might be like, this performance, y'all may not even make playoffs. That's the rumor. The Cowboys are not making the playoffs. Man, CD, like, you know what's so crazy about this stat line right now? And that's just these few guys, right? It's like Jerry pays to, you know, because Jerry is loyal to his players to a fault, right? He cares more about the loyalty than winning. Because if he was cared about winning, he probably would have got rid of his Zeke, then he brought Zeke back, right? Because you wasn't getting it done with Tony. Got rid of Tony, kept Zeke, right? Wake up call. Because you could have just kept Zeke and got rid of Tony, but whatever. Dak. You know, the reason Dak gets, let's be clear, y'all. Let's be clear. Okay. I've talked a lot of shit about Dak Prescott, right? Why do I talk a lot of shit about Dak Prescott? Because of the Cowboy fan base, right? They hype him up like he's that guy, like he's that savior that's going to take them to the promised land. Jerry believes in him. The fans believe in him. Outside of Dallas, nobody believes that Dak could take this Cowboys team to the Super Bowl. Right? Dak, if I'm going to be completely honest, right? I'm like I said, I gave Dak his credit, right? If I didn't put Jared Goff in the comparison with him, Patrick, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, Dak did have a better season, stat wise. But when you look at what he has to deal with, right? You're asking the quarterback to try to carry this franchise, this team with, man, like 1 minute the offense is good, defense is trash. Next minute the defense is trash, offense is good. This game, I mean, you're asking Dak for a lot. Put Dak with the Dolphins, right? Let's be fair. Okay, I'm always about being fair, right? Let's just be fair. Everybody leave your comments on this section. Here's a question. If Dak Prescott was playing for the Raiders, right, as currently constructed, if he was playing for the Raiders, if he was playing for the Saints, if he was playing for the Miami Dolphins, right? Would those, out of those three teams, if you put Dak on those any of those three teams, could he possibly taken those teams to the Super Bowl? Could he? One could say yes. I say if he's on the Dolphins and he stays healthy, yes. There's no excuse. Why not? Why he couldn't? Saints, I would say yes. Raiders, 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. Why do I say yes? Because if you look at his numbers, when you look at the stat line, like, okay, Josh Allen was 13 for 19 with a 68.4% completion rate. All right. Dak, 27 of 39, 69.2 completion rate. Josh threw a total of 139 yards. Dak threw a total of 293 yards. They both had one touchdown. Dak had 2 picks. Josh didn't have no picks. I mean, like I said, if we're to be completely fair to Dak, let's look at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, right? Total pass at 273 yards, right? Dak, 293 yards. Lamar Jackson, 26 of 41, completion rate 63.4%. Dak, 69.2%. These are the first home opener games where we're just going off numbers, y'all. We're just going off the numbers, okay? Patrick Mahomes, 20 for 28, 71.4% completion rate, right? So, yes, he started off pretty good. Total pass yards, 291. To Dak's 293. So, yes, my homeboy he had a better completion rate, right? He completed 20 of his passes. Dak threw more than him, okay? But Dak still threw for more total yards than my homeboy. My homeboy, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Dak, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Yards per attempt, 10.4. I didn't put Dak's yards per attempt. That's my fault, y'all. I apologize. But, that's just what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to be fair, like, he threw the most yards with this team, with this Cowboys team. He threw more yards than Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and my homeboy. And those teams are better than what Dak has. So that's why I said, if we're gonna be fair, if you put Dak on if you put Dak on any of those teams, then one might could say he wins Super Bowl. When you're looking at the numbers, it's just shit. The spotlight is on the Cowboys, so everything is magnified to an extent. Everything's magnified in Dallas because the expectation is Super Bowl. That's what they want. Well, give him a system that caters to his style of play and give him the weapons he needs. Right? CeeDee Lamb, cool. You probably still needed one more receiver. Okay? You got a decent line. You got Ezekiel Elliott back. I mean, a defense. You need a B minus defense, that could stop a team from scoring. 40, you get 44 put on your head on your home field. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay, we're back. So let's get into these fights now. Canelo versus Berlanga, right? That was over the weekend. Came down to this is what I did. Like before we get to this fight, UFC and what was it? DAZN or Premier Boxing League, whatever one it was. Listen, y'all were wrong for this, okay? Y'all know it was people that want to see Canelo fight and Sean O'Malley, and y'all put them on the same day, making people have to choose. Now everybody got money to buy pay-per-view, spend over $100-something for 2 pay-per-view fights. Luckily, trading that check does. Because I saw both of them, baby. Because I'm that guy. Nah, I'm just a blessed dude. But let's get into it. Canelo fight versus Berlanga. Split decision. Canelo wins. If you saw this fight, this is not a fight you would have wanted to miss. Man. Oh my gosh. Canelo was down in the scorecard in the first round and the 12th round, right? Berlanga got dropped in the 3rd round, right? Then he did another punch and he slipped. He tried to do a hook. He slipped, fell down. It was a good thing it wasn't counting as a knockdown. One count as a knockdown, but he kind of slipped and fell, right? But we could go over the scorecard real quick. Source from CBS Sports. Let's just read off what happened, okay? Let's go into it. So, as I mentioned, when it was scored in the first round, it was Canelo 9, Berlanga 10. Second round, it was Canelo 10, Berlanga 9. Third round, it was Canelo 10, Berlanga 8. Fourth round, Canelo 10, Berlanga 9. Fifth round, Canelo 10, Berlanga 9. And it's basically that same pattern all the way to the 12th round where Berlanga beat Canelo, 10 to his 9, right? So it was a unanimous decision, of course. And bottom line, like I said, it was a good fight. There's a future for Berlanga in boxing. He might be champ soon, just not right now. And so a lot of trash talking during this fight and everything of that nature. It was one to see. So if you missed it, shame on you. Okay. But let's move to UFC. Let's move to UFC real quick. So we had Alexa Grasso versus Valentina okay, can't pronounce her name. Shevchenko, right? So Valentina ended up winning via split decision, right? It was a lot of takedowns in the first and second round. Alexa tried to work the armbar on Valentina, but they got it. She got it. Valentina ended up getting out of it, right? Ended up being in a stand-up position. Then Alexa tries again to get her in a triangle hold this time, but Valentina ends up getting out of it. So Alexa was really trying to get her to tap, but Valentina kept getting out of it. And that was a pretty good fight in the women's sector, in the women's division. Need more fights like that. But nonetheless, congratulations on Valentina for the win. Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili. Okay. This was an anticipated fight. If anybody seen Sean O'Malley fight, you know he's a striker, right? Merab is more of a striker and like a takedown artist, right? So, throughout this fight, Merab won via split decision, right? Merab tried to get Sean in a guillotine chokehold in the first and second round, but Merab had a takedown on Sean. Now, Merab was all over Sean when he was on the mat, right? Foul play was held in this fight. So according to USA Today, that's the source. Let's look at what happened, because it was a lot of nonsense going on for those that saw the fight. So basically in the first round, all right, Merab received a warning from the referee Herb Dean in the beginning of seconds of the fight, right? Basically saying, because he was exchanging words with one of the trainers and one of the people in O'Malley's corner, right? So the fighters spent the first 3 minutes of the fight testing each other out before Dvalishvili decided to bring O'Malley down on the ground and press him against the side gate of the octagon, right? So now, remember I told you, Merab was basically taking O'Malley down to the ground. That's basically what Merab was doing. Second round, Merab brought O'Malley back down to the ground and landed a blind strike to his face. O'Malley attempted a triangle choke, but Dean separated the fighters after he said O'Malley tried to grab the inside of Merab's glove. Merab finished the second round smothering O'Malley against the side of the octagon again. This time, he was kissing O'Malley on his back before letting him go. O'Malley quickly gave him a quick 1, 2, 3, piece to Merab's face while his back was turned before time had expired. Now, Dean said in the fight, hey, you brought that on yourself. You caused that, right? Merab was toying with Sean this fight, taking him to the mat, all that, because he knew Sean O'Malley is not a good grappler. He's not good at on the mat. He's not good on the mat. Okay. Third round, O'Malley opened the round using his legs to kick Merab while the fighters were upright. Merab manages to catch the leg and bring O'Malley back down to the ground before delivering a flurry of knee strikes to his face and hip. The fighters would spend most of the round standing up as O'Malley managed to stay clear of Merab's takedown attempts. Shit, you done been to the ground damn near 3 or 4 times already, my boy. Shit, the fuck? Yeah. So fourth round, Merab managed to bring O'Malley back down again, but developed a cut on his face. That happened because of an elbow that Sean gave him during the takedown. So Sean O'Malley gave him a nice elbow shot, which cut Merab open. Okay. And Merab will proceed to wear out the reigning champion with his body weight and various strikes. O'Malley showed signs of fatigue and frustration as the time in the fourth round expired. He did look tired, I'm not gonna lie. All those takedowns and all, the grappling, he exerted a lot of energy. And one thing about Merab, he's in shape. That guy didn't look tired none of the fight. Okay? So now, fifth round, Merab spent the first minute and a half in the final period keeping his distance from O'Malley, searching for an opportunity to bring his opponent down. O'Malley went back to his leg and knee strikes attempts during the final 2 minutes, trying to knock out the challenger. Merab continued to keep his distance and secure the victory after a dominating performance. So he was declared the winner by unanimous decision. He's the new Bantamweight champion. So, yeah. So what's next for Sean O'Malley? He has to learn some takedown moves. He can't be one-dimensional. In UFC, you can't be one-dimensional. You have to, be able to grapple and strike. Now, yes, you're good at striking, you're good at precision, but this fight, once you watch the tape, you should know, okay, I gotta get either some judo up under me, some wrestling. I gotta get something and prepare for these takedowns. I can't just be relying on strikes, because that's not how the fight may be all the time, But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Let's get into the final segment of the show, relationship talk. Okay, we're back. So, play the clip.
Got engaged twice and you still ain't getting married.
Would you let Would you let a woman control you?
What you mean? She probably won't control you. She just kept telling you, I'm not with that stupid shit
I'm
you
asking
talking.
you, would you let a woman control you?
Ooh.
You.
No, but I will let a woman have a say-so.
But you won't let her control you?
What you mean if it helps better me?
So you would let a woman control you?
Not controlling, she can have a say-so. That is some type of control.
Over
There's
you.
a difference.
She can have a say-so over you.
No, she can have a say-so. This is called respect. This is what I'm trying to tell you about respect. This is why shit don't get done, because people don't have respect for other people's opinions.
Should she have a control over you? Would you allow that to happen?
She can have a say-so, and I respect her opinion, because if it's right, then I'm going to take in heed and bring it into my life. If your wife was to say something and be like, no, baby, you don't need to do that, you need to do that, she's not controlling you. She's just saying this is something that can better you. And if you're naive enough to not listen to your wife, then that's your dumb ass.
Okay.
You got engaged twice.
So, question is, ladies, fellas, does your woman have a say-so in the relationship? Right? Ladies, do you feel you have a say-so in a relationship? And when we mean say-so, we're talking about what DC Young Fly was saying, right? Like, if you was to give your man a suggestion, does he trust your suggestion enough to run with it, or does he just dismiss it, right? Is he like that dictative person where it's like it's his way or no way? Do what I say or else, right? If he's like that, ladies, you ain't got no say-so in a relationship. You just there, right? And realistically, a partner should have say-so, because they could see things from a different lens or see things more differently than you obviously, are missing. When it comes to a decision, especially when it comes to career changes, moving, each party should have a say-so about that, right? Fellas, you gotta be able, if you're married to the woman or with the woman, you gotta be able to trust her decision. Trust her decision, at least hear her out before you be like dismissive. Don't just be dismissive of what she says. That's how you lose your girl. No, listen to her, right? It's not a control thing, right? If this is a partnership. So in a partnership, your partner, has say so on some of the things that you do. They'll be like, nah, if it's gonna be for the betterment of the relationship, then why not listen to them? Why not apply it? Right? But you gotta be able to see if it is for the betterment, right? And not just look at it like, oh, she's trying to run you. And I think that's where we are experiencing right now is that people feel like if one tells them to do something, it's a sense of control, right? Instead of it being a sense of looking out, they feel like it's a sense of control. That's not it. I don't know where we got this from, where did it come from, but that's not it, right? Relationships is not meant for one person to control every single thing. It's supposed to be a balance in a partnership where one takes stress off the other, and the same as vice versa. So if one can lighten the load for one person, then your partner should be able to lighten the load for you. So, for example, if I had a woman that could make sure, hey, all the points in my episodes are on point. And what I mean by that is, hey, we're talking about this topic. Let's say like the Sean O'Malley Merab fight. We're talking about this. Here are some key points you should highlight or mention in the fight. Okay, boom. If I'm doing, my rental business, right? Hey, you have this don't forget, this car needs this type of maintenance done. We want to try to get it before your next appointment. Just making sure my task and everything is on point. I lose out on business just trying to do it all by myself, right? I lose out on business. So if a woman could come in and just make sure everything is organized and on point, for me, that's lightening my load, right? Now, how would I lighten her load? Okay. If she needs help with making decisions on things, I can come in and research, hey, this is what you should do because of X, Y, Z, right? If she needs some strong advice on something, right? Trusted advice, because all advice ain't good advice, but she needs trusted advice, I could come in and help with that, right? Again, we're not even talking financials, right? We're not discussing financials, right? If she needs help, like making a decision on something, a tough decision on something, I can give her the input. I could lighten her load. If her load is just basically like knowing which direction to go on certain avenues and certain things, getting advice about certain business functions or certain things at her job, to where how she should approach things, I can help with that, right? If it's certain things that need to be done as far as like her making sure that her car gets maintenance if she's driving, or making sure like she has money. Again, we're not talking finances as far as like paying bills and stuff. We're just talking like, okay, she needs help with getting the car fixed, making sure I could at least have someone to come fix the car, because I don't fix on cars, and that's not my expertise, but I do know people that do fix on cars, right? If she needs help with managing, let's say, credit, like just determining, hey, should I keep this on this report? Should I get this removed? I can assist with that. If not, I know other people that can assist with that. Legal matters. I have a legal team that I can, put in place where she has a legal matter. And again, if that's what lightens her load, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? And again, notice how I didn't mention not one thing about paying bills in the house and stuff like that, because it's beyond finances, right? It's beyond finances. So hopefully, ladies, you do have a say-so in your relationship. And fellas, hopefully you allow your woman to have a say-so in the relationship, right? Play the next clip for me, please.
What's your biggest turnoff in the female?
I think for me, you can be as gorgeous, you can be as cute, pretty, fine, whatever, got it all. If you disrespect me or like you don't respect me, we can't do it. just been in so many relationships where everything was good. You just didn't respect me. I don't like this, and you still doing it. And nowadays, disrespect is cool. Yeah, I want me to pop your. That's weak. I don't want that, because then that's extra baggage I gotta take to work. I come home after a long day, and I know you're probably gonna scream at me because I didn't do X, Y, Z. Instead of, babe, you could just talk to me. Just tell me. It ain't nothing. Just tell me. That's it. We ain't gotta scream at each other, son. Now, some arguing is healthy. Right. And people don't like to argue, but there's a respectful way to argue with me. See, because when you argue, truth comes out. A lot of hard areas come out. But there's a way to tell me instead of, oh, you this, you that. Tapping my dark places as a man.
He talking.
And that's it.
He talking.
That's a good answer.
Okay. So, now here's the question. Is disrespect cool? What do you mean, trillionaire Chuck? Well, did you hear how he said, if, you know, he was basically saying, like, it's disrespectful, right? He's like, don't disrespect me. What did he mean? If he gives an input on something, so say like, he tells his woman, hey, I don't want you wearing this outside. It's going to you're going to draw the wrong type of attention. But she says, put it on anyway. You ain't my mama. You don't control me. I can wear whatever I want. And she still does it. That's a slap in the face. That is kind of disrespectful. Right? He's trying to get it. So he's trying to tell you something, so like when you're out, you're not being called a hoe. You're not being called a B when some ignorant dudes are trying to talk to you and stuff like that. Or they're not thinking like, man, this girl is a slut. Also, he said there's a way to talk to him. He's saying arguing tells the truth. It's a certain way you argue. You mean debate? Like a debate? Arguing is not telling the truth. Arguing is two people highly emotionally high driven, saying whatever to hurt the other person's feelings. Right? And I mean, that's not the truth. Because when you really come to terms and you really are level-headed and you guys are really talking, that stuff, you ain't feeling that way. Because you ain't gonna feel that same way. It's gonna be all lovey-dovey and all that other stuff. Or it's gonna be more thinking, right? So, but I understand where he's coming from. As far as like when he was saying that if he tells a woman or a woman gets told to do something and they don't do it or they go against what he's saying, it kind of can be a sign of disrespectful. Like you don't respect his decision. You don't respect his wishes, right? So, you know, being disrespectful or disrespect in a relationship is never cool. If someone asks you to do something in your relationship, you should trust your partner that it's for the betterment of the relationship. They're not going to put you in hurt, harm, or danger, right? Even if you don't feel like it, but because you so-called are in love with this person or you love this person, you should go do it. Without no ifs and buts about it. Right? When is it ever, oh, I don't feel like doing it? Because when you're at work, you may be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, but your employer's paying that check. And you know, if you don't do it, you might get fired. So why not do it for the person that you love? Right? Disrespect is never cool in a relationship. There should be healthy boundaries. And there's always a way you all need to communicate to get your point across or to get something done. Remember, it's a partnership. It's not a dictatorship. Okay? And on that note, that's my show for today. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck saying this. Always remember to love yourself and each other.